Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, Wes Richardson Unfiltered. And I wanted to give an update on the Finding Ellis series. So I've got something in the mail here from National Archives. I've requested the military documents for Ellis, Dewey, and the two other brothers that served in the Navy, Bill Wilson and A.T. And so this is something I got in the mail. Haven't opened it yet. We'll open it together, see what it says. Go to my channel and look under playlist. I'll have the whole series there, but it's a little tricky to try and catch up without watching the other chapters. So anyway, I'll also put the links of chapters 1, 2, and 3 in the description of this as well. But anyway, let's open this up and see what it says. Like my Richardson knife there. Let's see what it says. All right, so it says, so again, I requested the military personnel files for Ellis, which I already have 50 documents, but I wanted to send in the request to see what they actually send. I have this deceased personnel file. So here's your letter. I'm not feeling good about it. It's only 3 pages. It says, thank you for contacting National Personnel Records. This record, the record needed to answer your inquiry is not in our files. If the record were here on July 12, 1973, it would have been in the area that suffered the most damage in the fire on that date, and may have been destroyed. The fire destroyed the majority of portion of records of Army military personnel from the period 1912 through 1959, and records of Air Force personnel with surnames Hubbard through Z for the period 1947 through 1963. Fortunately, there are alternate record sources that often contain information which can be used to reconstruct service records data. So there was a fire in 1973. We're going to talk about this in chapter 4 that we'll post on February 20th. There was a fire in the National Archives at the National Personnel Records Center, and it destroyed millions of records from World War II, and that's basically what they're saying here. Your photocopies are enclosed. We regret if the photocopy is of poor quality, however, is the best that we can obtain. Please continue to monitor our website at blah, 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 information and announcements regarding our operating status. If you have any questions or return, blah, 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 blah. So there's that letter. And then they basically have given this. This is Ellis. So this is the guy that died in World War II. He was killed by machine gun fire, and this is who we're working to submit DNA samples if we can match a body and bring him home and have a proper burial. Folks, this is not telling me anything I didn't already know. You see here, Bronze Star Medal. So he was awarded that, and then Purple Heart. You've got to be directly injured by the enemy to get one of these. It tells me just the conflict, where he's remembered, I guess. In Belgium, his name is written on a wall. Already knew that. And then this just says, in memory of William Allen Bowen, Private First Class, United States Army, 109th Infantry Regiment Division, date of death September 15th. So I requested a formal, let me just show you something real quick. So I requested the personnel files for Ellis, and this is what I've received. I got one letter that says, hey, stuff was burned up in the fire, and then I got these two. This is a list of his awards and service, and this is a memorial page showing his date of death. Now let me show you what I already have. Look at this. I mean, this is pages and pages and pages of information on Ellis, his military service, his weight, his height, so if we're saying this is the only thing we have, how do I have that, right? How do I have that? So that's a little confusing. I don't understand. You're telling me these are the only 2 documents that you're able to send because of a fire. But, I mean, look. Look. I mean, even goes as far as, look at all the people that were missing with Ellis. It gives me a list of all the soldiers. There's 37 of them. There's not 37, I'm sorry, there's 72. Anyway, I don't quite understand. Maybe I'll send a follow-up email, but when requesting these records, I mean, this information that you're sending, this is just stuff that's online. This is not anything we didn't already know. So that's a little discouraging, but maybe I'll send a follow-up and just ask, how did I receive these 50 documents? But when I did a formal request, I only sent 2. You got 2 pieces of paper that I was able to find the same information online. So I'll send a follow-up email and or letter and see what they say. So anyway, again, I'll try and link the chapters together so it'll be easier for you to find. It's just we had over 100 people watch chapter 1, and then 40 people watch chapter 2, and then again chapter 3 is over 100. So I'm wondering what happened with the 60 in chapter 2. I'm wondering if it was just people were having a hard time finding it. So anyway, chapter 4 will post February 20th. Yeah, and we'll go from there. We'll talk about the fire that destroyed all these records in 1973, and then another update with the DNA sample for Ellis. So thanks for watching. Thank you for helping me honor my uncles that died in World War II, and we'll see you soon.